Hey guys, it is me, your hostess here, and we are back again with another full moon special for you. But this full moon is super special, so you know what to do: like, subscribe, and get ready to unpack some rituals that we are going to be doing this full moon. Guys, welcome back, and thank you again for joining me today on the Gardens channel, where we are going to be talking about the rare, the mysterious, the beautiful, the magnifying blue moon. So, the blue moon is a rare moon as it only happens once a year, and this moon usually appears twice within 1 month of a cycle. Okay, I am kind of excited about this moon because blue moons are very special. They don't have the energy of whatever month that they're in. They kind of have their own standalone energy, and that energy is all about magnifying, amplification, just really intense energy that is kind of a bridge between the month before, the month after. So whatever it is that you want to work on this month, that is what this blue moon is about. So unlike the past months or the future months, I'm not going to give you specific herbs to work with, specific stones to work with. This is really going to be based on what it is that you want to work on and what energy that you're trying to incorporate. But just to give you a little bit more information, we are coming out of the flower moon from May, right? So that energy was all about blooming, becoming, tapping into your sensual self, tapping into creativity, beauty, emotional release, all of those things, right? And then we're going to be moving into June, which is really about opportunities, really about energetic movement. And so what we're going to be doing in this month is kind of be that in-between state. So if you do a lot of spell work or if you do a lot of holistic work, whenever you're in an in-between type of state, it is a very intense area to be in. Very interesting type of energy that you're working with, because this energy is essentially saying that it can go either way. It can be super, super intense, or it can be kind of low key, right? So, because the blue moons are rare, they are often associated with that amplified manifestation energy, those emotional breakthroughs, heightened intuition, accelerated spiritual growth. So, if any of you guys are into doing heart medicine, this is the perfect time to do heart medicine. If you're not, don't worry about it. That is not needed. But you're going to be in such an amplified state because there are 2 full moons in 1 month that you're going to be receiving a lot of downloads. You're going to be receiving a lot of intuitive messages. You're going to be getting a lot of feelings, maybe intense dreams, communications from people that you were just thinking about. Like, it's such a potent time that you're going to be very sensitive as well. All right, so just to recap a little bit about what this blue moon is. This blue moon is significant because it's going to help you close out the energetic chapters from May, which is all about that creativity, blooming, sensuality, kind of lingering in as we get into this full moon, but closing that out. It's also going to bridge us into the June energy. So we're going to be reflecting a lot what we're trying to manifest, what we're trying to create, those new opportunities, all of those things. You're also going to be amplified in this energy. So anything that you are thinking about, anything that you are trying to get done, anything that you are putting your emotional energy and thoughts into is going to explode. So just be aware of that. We are going to be working on some spiritual clarity during this time and some intuitive growth. So if you are going to be doing some spiritual work, I'm going to give you some rituals that's going to help you to really tap into what it is that you need to be working on. And this is also going to help you create space for new opportunities and also growth. This moon symbolizes transitions because we're in that in-between state. It is all about transformation and preparation. As always, we are releasing old stuff that no longer serves us, but we're also going to be pulling in a lot of energy, a lot. This full moon is just potent, okay? Blue moons they are it. I just want you to know. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with ritual 1, and I will be right back with you. All right, so our first ritual is going to be energy clearing for your space. So, what we're going to be doing is very simple: clean up. Clean your room, clean your altar, clean your workspace, your home, anything that you are wanting to energetically prepare for the month ahead. So, if you're going to be home a lot, you're going to want to clean your space. If you're going to be doing a lot of work, you're going to want to clear that space. Wherever you are doing work, clear the space. Mostly because the energy that you are going to start pulling in for this month, you're going to be setting up stones, you're going to be doing washes, you're going to be doing a whole bunch of things. So you want to make sure that you are creating a space that is conducive to creation, right? Now, this could be opening up windows. This could be sweeping out of the door, sweeping out of the debris, washing walls. I like to do washes during this time. Apple cider vinegar is what I start with, and then I add another wash over that to give me the scent that I want. So it could be roses, lavender, tea tree oil, anything that appeals to you for the energy that you are wanting to put into your home. I like a lot of cinnamon because I like money, but bay leaves you can put into your washes as well. That is always going to increase that abundance. But I'm also about creativity. So up to you. I'm going to list some herbs later in this video. And when you see those herbs, feel free to pick from the list. Look up your own herbs. Find out what herbs are going to work best for you for the energy that you're trying to create and manifest for this month. Put it in your wash and wash your house with it. You don't want to wash with anything sticky, okay? We don't want bugs. But just keep in mind, the things that you are going to use are going to help you manifest and amplify during this time of the month. All right? Moving on to ritual 2. So this is all going to get done before I do my circle, because the circle I'm going to be doing is going to be outside. But I have 2 separate rituals that I'm going to be doing. One is going to be outside and one is going to be inside, and you're going to find out why in just a sec. Ritual 2 is our cleansing bath. So in the cleansing bath, we are going to be using our salt. So you can use sea salt, you can use pink Himalayan salt, you can use bath salt, whatever you're trying to use. The salt is going to help with the protection, but also with the relaxation in your body and the tension. We're washing away things, okay? So that's going to help with the washing away. I like to do scrubs during this as well, so we're cleansing very heavily during this time because the energy is going to be so magnified. We really want to be as cleansed as possible before going to these rituals. Also, because I'm on heart medicine, I'm very conscious of how my body is, and so it just helps for me to be in the cleanest, most exfoliated state, if you will. But you can also add your herbs here. So if you are doing a bath or you're doing a shower, you just put your herbs inside of your tea bag. If you don't want to use, just putting it in the water of your bathtub. If you are in a shower, you can hang that tea bag right above your shower head so that the water flows to the top, through the tea bag and over your body. And that way you are getting kind of cleansed inside of those herbs as well. You can use herbs, flowers, oils, whatever it is, while visualizing, of course, that old month washing away, those old ideas, those old personalities, those old versions of yourself that you are just no longer needing, and getting ready to emerge into this new cleansed state so that you are ready to receive those downloads, ready to receive and being open spiritually. They always say cleanliness is next to godliness. It's really not necessarily just that. It's purely because when your body is cleansed, you no longer feel like you are distracted by the debris of the day, the debris of that week, that month, whatever. You feel like you're in a brand new state, like a newborn. You're ready to take on new activities, new ideas, new sensations. So let's move on to ritual 3. Ritual 3 is reflect, release, ritual. All right, so if you know me, you know that I am all about those journals. Get out your journal, you guys, because it's time for us to start writing things down. So things that we're going to be writing down are going to be some of the things that we have learned throughout this year, right? So we're going to write down lessons, challenges, growth, realizations. And trust me when I say there's some realizations that have been had. Now, it's important to keep the journal because when you are doing this, you're going to see all the steps that you have taken to get to this point. You're going to be able to see that you are actually accomplishing things. Whether it feels like you are or not, you really are getting things done. And that is something to acknowledge and also something to congratulate, right? Now, once you have written those things down, we're going to talk about things that we are trying to leave behind because we are leaving things behind, per usual. It is always about growth. It is always about rebuilding. And for us to bring in new things into our life, we really have to let things go. We can't hold on to all the baggage. It just gets heavy after a while. And the quicker you let things go, the easier you can move on, the easier you can move forward. And it's just so much smoother this way. Now, also, what we're going to be writing down is we're going to create a list of intentions for the rest of the year. We are halfway through the year. Believe it or not, it is here. We're at month 6. So I want you to focus on what it is that you are trying to get done for the rest of the year. What timelines are you trying to jump into? Who are you trying to be? How does that make you feel? How do you feel as that person? What energy is it that you're trying to embody during this time? What opportunities are you ready to welcome into your life? And get delusional if you want to. Go ahead and write things down. We may not get to all of them, but we're going to get through a chunk of them. Again, by the time you get to the 6 months down the line, you're going to see that you have done so much already. Now, also, we're going to focus on habits. That's another thing we're writing down is what kind of habits do you really need to start incorporating into your life at this point? These habits can be talking about places that you want to go, people that you want to meet, diets that you want to undertake, creative projects that you want to do, work that you need to get done. All these things that you are trying to get done, write it down in your journal. Again, it can sound like a lot, but be delusional. All right, mostly because it's not delusional. When you take it from your mind and you put it down on paper, that is the first step to manifestation. And as you know, what I know, this moon is all about amplified manifestation. So the moment you write it down is the moment it starts to become reality. All right, we're going to move on to Ritual 4. Ritual 4 is our flower moon closing ceremony. Now, last month we were all about what? Flowers. Blooming. So we have a lot of flowers hanging around us. We got some dried out flowers. We got some fresh flowers that we have. We made a flower crown. Me in particular, I'm going to utilize my flower crown because I have enough flower things that I really don't need to keep it with me. If you want to keep your flower crown from last month, that is all about confidence, boosting your self-esteem, sensuality even, go ahead and keep it. If you have other flowers that are dried or, maybe have been new, but you really don't need it anymore, go ahead and take these flowers, and we're getting ready to do our circle during this time. Again, some of you may already be in your circle because you are journaling in your circle, but I in particular am starting my circle right now. So first thing I'm going to do is light the candles for my intentions and manifestations. So I'm going to be choosing the candles, and here we are. Right here, this is going to be our colors for our candles and what they represent. I have started making these herb candles. Actually, let me show you one of the cutest candles that I've been making. Right, I make a multitude of candles. I make herbal candles that are going to be for rituals and like different spell work that you want to do. But I'm also making these cute little flowery candles. They are so adorable. This is the tester one, so it's not really the final product, but it is freaking adorable, you guys. And I'm starting to make these for my friends and family. We had Mother's Day, so I made a bouquet for some moms that were in my friend group. But I make these because I like to have ritual candles that I put my energy into once I am doing this burn. So when you are lighting your candles, remember that you want to be intentional about the colors of the candles. And if you don't have the colors, please do not worry. They are found at every dollar store. They are found at even Walmart for $1.50. But if you don't have the color that you're looking for, find something similar. And you can also put in your intention. White and black candles are always perfect. Now me, I like to set my circle with the 5 candles for the element, as well as myself for the 5th candle. So I will also put the specific colors for like protection, ancestry, purity, clarity, psychic ability. Those are all great candles, colors to be really concentrating on. Now, once you have set the circle, you're going to also place the flowers nearby. And this is again why I'm going to be outside, because this is my offering to nature. I'm going to be placing the flowers nearby to express gratitude for the ways that nature has helped me to grow, helped me to bloom emotionally, spiritually, creatively. I'm talking to you guys. That's a lot of confidence, just FYI, that I did not have in previous years. So the fact that I'm able to do this is actually just magical for me in general. So once you are leaving these as an offering, you can go ahead and get started into your ritual, because this is closing off again that energy from May, and it is also going to be opening up the doorway for what it is that you're trying to ask for and manifest with the help of the energy from the universe, from nature, and everything around you. All right, let's move on to ritual 5. Right. If you know that I'm a journal girly, you also know that I am a water charging baddie. That's right. I love charging water. And so ritual 5 is all about water charging ritual. This moon is so special that you're going to want to charge everything. Okay, water, stones, magical instruments that you are using. You're going to take these items. You're going to place them underneath the moonlight and set intentions into it. You only need to leave it out there about an hour to 3 hours. I tend to leave mine overnight just because I'm going to sleep right after my rituals sometimes. But it is going to be used later for like your spiritual baths, your washes, your floor washes, plant watering, ritual offerings, your mojo bags. All of that is going to be sealed with this type of water. Now, this water in particular, because it's all about manifestation, it's all about psychic ability and intuition, is going to be kind of like your master root and like your soul work if you're a hoodoo practitioner, or it's a more dominating type of energy. So whatever ritual you're doing, you add a little bit of this, sprinkle, sprinkle, and guess what? You are dominating whatever spell that you're doing. You're adding that extra like punch to it. So go ahead and set these items outside. I charge my stones again during this time because that moon is just so powerful that you're going to want to charge pretty much everything you have. Leave it outside, it's fine. All right, number 6, ritual 6 is our moonlight meditation movement ritual. Now, most of the time we do meditations and we're just kind of sitting, not doing much. But this ritual is actually because it's going to be more movement, because we are doing some intense manifestation, okay? We're going to be amplifying a lot of energy. So you're going to want to use the moon, but also your personal energy to amplify these things. So we can do this outside, and you can also do it inside if you're not comfortable doing it outside. But I have a meditation that's going to be released for you guys, and it's going to have some kind of drum beat, more African drums, something that's going to connect you with your more ancestral spirit. In particular, the drums that I am going to be using are going to be a little more Afro-centralized, but it's more because the drum beat has a rhythm to it that is going to put you in a trance-like state. This trance-like state is going to help you tap into more psychic abilities. You want to enter that trance-like state, okay? So stay in the meditation for as long as possible. If you gotta press repeat on that replay, do what you gotta do, because the longer you're in it, the more you're swaying, the more you're moving, the more your body is connected to the rhythm and not to what's happening around you, the better you're going to be able to transfer that energy into whatever ritual, whatever manifestation that you are trying to accomplish for this full moon. Okay, ritual 7 is our manifestation candle ritual. Now, this ritual is something I'm going to be doing inside. I told you I was doing 2 parts to this. So after I do my little dance outside, I'm probably going to do a little dance inside as well. Now, the reason why I'm going inside is because this ritual is actually going to be done in front of a mirror. Now you can stand in front of your mirror, you can sit in front of your mirror. I have a big mirror, as you can see back there. I'm going to be doing both, or whatever comes to me at this time. But essentially, you're going to want to light either one or two candles. You can light a blue or white candle, so it helps you focus deeply while also tapping into your psychic abilities. You can light purple, you can light black, whatever candle calls to you for whatever energy that you're trying to manifest during this ritual, up to you. Now, what you're going to do is you can play that meditation again, and so you can get into the movement. I am particularly going to be doing this in the nude, mostly because you're going to want to meet yourself at your most vulnerable state and your most authentic state. So nudity is best, but not required. Up to you guys. As you are standing before the mirror and swaying and doing your dance, you're going to start with, again, some of this energy of like, what is it that you're releasing? What do you acknowledge that you weren't great at this up until this point? What is it that you know that you have to let go, that you aren't ready to let go, but you need to let go? You're going to be acknowledging a lot of this. Once you have acknowledged that, then it turns into affirmation. And by affirmations, I just mean like you're going to congratulate yourself. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, we did so well. We are still here. We're strong. We're moving. We're able. We're doing this, that, and the third. Either of these affirmations that you want to write in your journal that you can repeat to yourself, or that comes to you intuitively. Whatever it is, you are speaking life into yourself. You're speaking your future self into reality. So this blue moon really is not just about ending. It is about conscious transition. It is going to remind us that growth happens in phases, and it's not just an overnight experience. It is a step-by-step thing. So be in the moment. Be with yourself, because these moments do pass very fast. As you see, we're in the middle of the year, and it just went like that, right? With all the stresses, with all the love, with all the accomplishments, we just need to take time and spend eternity in one moment so that we can really be present to self-love, self-affirm, self-realize what it is that we're doing, where it is that we're going, how we even got here, all of those things, okay? Review your journal. Enjoy this time. It is all about you and manifesting. So that is our ritual 7, and we're going to be finishing up right after this. All right, guys. So this is the part where we are ending our rituals for today. Again, I want to thank you guys for coming. This is something that is new for me this year, but I am trying to be dedicated. I'm even trying to get this video out to you a little bit sooner, because I really want you to prepare yourself for this full moon. This full moon is very significant because, like I said, it is that bridge between, but it also is a checkpoint. We're in the middle of the year, you guys. It has gone by so quick. We weren't even looking, and then here it is. So as these years are passing, as these months are passing, as these moments are passing, it's great for us to acknowledge where we have been, where we are, and where we're going. If you are liking these videos, please let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, share, you know what to do. Also follow me, The Gardens, period 326. That's where you can find me. I'm going to start doing readings. I'm going to start making candles. So many projects that I have to do. I am taking my time though, because I do not want to burn myself out. So thank you for all the encouragement, and I will see you next time.